We are in a chapter called quadratic equation. What all I completed so far, I am going to repeat once again. Quadratic equation is a second degree equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the standard form of a quadratic equation of variable x, where a is not equal to 0 and a, b, c are constants. And the first exercise of this particular chapter tells us to convert a given statement or an equation to the standard form. That we completed, exercise 10.1. The second part is solution of quadratic equation. There are three methods given in the textbook. One is called the factorization method. Second one is completing the square method. Third one is formula method. Now we are in the second method of solving the quadratic equation. That method is called completing the square method. And it is a completely based on the skill part. Now I am going to start that particular unit of this chapter called solving a quadratic equation by completing the square method. The first thing is, in the completing the square method, if you wanted to solve a quadratic equation, students should aware of the two identities of algebra, that is a plus b whole square. You should be knowing about the completion, the identity called a plus b whole square. You know that a plus b whole square, we start studying this identity from 5th standard onwards. A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. The another identity what we are going to use to solve a quadratic equation by completing the square method is a minus b whole square. A plus b whole square and a minus b whole square. See, a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Try to understand. A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. If you know these two identities, we can easily solve any quadratic equation by the method of completing the square method. The advantage of completing the square method is we can find the solution of a quadratic equation of any kind. For example, in the case of a factorization, we can find the roots of the quadratic equation if the roots are real roots. But in the case of a completing the square method, we can find the roots of the quadratic equation even the roots are imaginary roots. That also we can able to find using this method. This method is a very advanced method, and this method was developed by an Indian mathematician by name Sridharacharya. Now I write one problem and explain that it is a skill part. It is a skill part means by seeing only people can able to understand, students can able to understand. See, I write a quadratic equation. We know the standard form of a quadratic equation. Here x square plus 4x, I start teaching this particular unit by bit, then only you can understand. Now I ask you, here there is an expression, this is not an equation, there is no equals here. X square plus 4x is there. What should be added to this expression to convert this expression in the form of a plus b whole square? What is the minimum number to be added to this expression to make this expression in the form of a plus b whole square? For that purpose, see children, the first term is quadratic term, right? First term is what? Quadratic term, x square. The second term is 4x is there. Therefore, I can think that this is in the form of a square and this is 2ab. You consider x square as a square, 4x as 2ab. Then what you have to add? You have to add b square. You have to add what? B square to this. To convert this in the form of a plus b whole square. What you have to add? You have to add what is known as b square to this. A square is x square. Try to understand. A square is x square. A square is x square. 4x is 2ab. Then what is b square? You have to guess. Therefore, what I do is, see, try to understand. 2ab is nothing but what? 4x. 2ab is equal to 4x. 4x. What is a here? A is x. Then what I do is, this I write 2ab is equal to 2 into x into 2. Why I written like this is, 2 is 2, a is x, then b is what? B is 2. Try to understand. 2ab is equal to 4x means, you want 2, therefore I divide this 4 by 2. Then I repeat the x here. Then what is left here? 2. Therefore, 2ab can be written as 2 into x into 2. 2 is equated to 2. A is equated to x. Then b is equal to 2. Therefore, b is equal to 2 means b square is equal to 4. b is equal to 2 means b square is equal to 4. Therefore, 4 is the number added to x square plus 4x to convert this in the form of x plus 2 whole square. X plus 2 whole square. This is the theory part of this. Many children get confused. What is he is telling? We are unable to understand the theory part of it. Theory is different and skill is different. Skill I am going to teach you. First thing that if any expression is there, the expression is x square plus 4x. What should be added to x square plus 4x to make it as a plus b whole square? The number should be added is 4. Therefore, a square plus 2ab plus b square is nothing but x plus 2 whole square. Now again I repeat, you may not be able to understand this. And now I am going to tell you the skill part of it. Skill part. This is easy. See. X square plus 4x is given. What should be added to this? Simple. First term is quadratic term. Second term is linear term, that is 4x. What we have to add is, what is the number here? 4. You have to add half of that number. Half of that number. What is the number here? 4. Half of 4 is 2. And square of that number means you have to add 2 square. You have to add square of half of the number in front of the linear term. Half of 4 is 2, square of that is 2 square. Now this can be written as x plus 2 whole square. You expand this. X plus 2 whole square is equal to x square plus 2ab means 4x plus 2 square means 4. Now I write one more. X square plus 6x. What should be added to this? What is the number here? 6 is there. Half of that number is 3. Square of that number is 9. I write 9. Half and then square. Right? Half here. Why to take half? Because this part is 2x part. It is 2ab part. Therefore, 2 has to be removed. Therefore, 2 to remove, I wanted to divide it by 2. Then square that number and then this can be written as x plus 3 whole square. Now tell me, a square plus 12a. A square plus 12a. What should be added? What is the number here? 12 is there. Half of the 12 is 6. Square of that number, 6 square is 36. If you add that one, you get a plus 6 whole square. A plus 6 whole square. Again, I will give you another number, x square plus 10x. X square plus 10x, which is the number here? 10. What is the half of the 10? 5. Square of 5, 25. Therefore, this number can be written as x plus 5 whole square. X plus 5 whole square. I will repeat once again. Again I repeat. Suppose the number is like this. X square minus 8x. See, minus 8x. X square is there, x is there. Right? Then this number is 2ab part it is. Therefore, divide the 8 by 4. Divide the 8 by 4 means what? Divide the 8 by 2. means 4. Square of 4 is 16. 16. This can be written as x minus 4 whole square. X minus 4 whole square. Like that we can able to write any expression, any trinomial in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. Again I tell you the problem of different kind. For example, here there is a problem. If it is x square plus 5x, what should be added to this? X square plus 5x. What should be added to this to make it as a plus b whole square? 5 is there. Half of 5. Half of 5 is 5 by 2. Half of 5 is 5 by 2. The square of that number. Therefore, you have to add 5 by 2 whole square. You have to add what? 5 by 2 whole square to write this in the form of x plus 5 by 2 whole square. X plus 5 by 2 whole square. I can write 25 by 4. Instead of 25 by 4, I write written 5 by 2. I write it once again. X square plus 13x. X square plus 13x. What should be added? X square is there, x is there. Quadratic term and linear term. Here 13 is there. 13 should be divided by 2, means 13 by 2. Square of that number is 13 by 2. Nothing to worry. 13 by 2 whole square. You have to add 13 by 2 whole square to write this expression in the form of x plus 13 by 2 whole square. Because this is a square and this is b square. A square is x square means a is equal to x. And b square is 13 by 2 is equal to b is equal to 13 by 2 whole square. Right? Again I write. See, here there is a problem. X square plus 4x. Again I come back to the x square plus 4x. If I write a number like this, 2x square plus 3x. Be careful. In this case what happened? Only x square is there. Nothing is there. Is there any number here? There is no number. Then here what is there? 4x is there. 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. You have to add 2 square. You have to add 2 square to write this in the form of x plus 2 whole square. Write this in the form of x plus 2 whole square. But here you see, here there is a number. This number is what? 2x square. Therefore, first step is you have to eliminate this number. Which is that number? 2. 2 should be eliminated. To eliminate this number, what you have to do is you have to multiply. This can be done only in the form of an equation. Right? What I do is I divide the whole equation by 2. Then it becomes, if I divide by 2, 2 goes, then it becomes 3 by 2. Then it becomes what? 3 by 2. Because once you divide a number by 2, you have to divide this number is also by 2, which is equal to 0 by 2 is 0. Now, see, now it is correct. X square, there should not be any number. Then what is the number here? 3 by 2. Half of 3 by 2. Half of 3 by 2. Half of 3 by 2 is equal to 3 by 4. Half of 3 by 2 is 3 by 4. You have to add 3 by 4 whole square. You have to write what? 3 by 4 whole square. This is b square. This is a square. This is b square. This type of problem can be solved only in the case of an equation. X square is a square and 3 by 4 whole square is b square. Therefore, it is x plus 3 by 4 whole square. That is the skill of solving the problem by completing the square method. If any expression is given to you, you are to convert that expression either in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. Two conditions always you have to keep in mind solving a problem by completing the square method. First is, in front of the x square, there should not be any coefficient, or the a part, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. A is equal to 1. There should be 1 as a coefficient of x square. So next is, you have to identify the number. You have to identify by the coefficient which is in front of the linear term. take half of that and square that number and add to that, then you can convert the expression in the what is known as either in the a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. Now I clarify this. An easier problem here. X square minus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. Say this problem is in the standard form. I am going to solve this problem by completing the square method, right? What I do is, first I write the number. Problem x square minus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. Simple, right? Now consider the first two terms, means consider the quadratic and the linear term. I consider these two, right? Then see the coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x square? 1. Therefore, this problem is an easier problem. Then come to the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x? 4. Minus 4. The minus goes for the side 4. What is half of 4? Half of 4 is 2. Square of 4. Half of 4 is 2. Square of 2. That square of 2 should be add and subtract. Therefore, the next step is x square minus 4x. Half of this number is 2. I add 2 square and minus 2 square. See? Plus 2 square minus 2 square. Adding and subtracting the same number. Plus 5. 5 is the constant. Is equal to 0. Try to get the skill of the first step of the completing the square method. Identify the first two terms. The coefficient of x square is 1. Then take the coefficient of x, take half of that, square that number, add and subtract. Now, consider the first three numbers, x square, x and the constant. It is in the form of a minus b whole square. A minus b whole square can be written as x minus 2 whole square. This complete part becomes x minus 2 whole square. Then the remaining part, what is this? Minus 4 plus 5 is equal to 0. Minus 2 square plus 5 is equal to 0. Next is x minus 2 whole square minus 4 plus 5 is plus 1 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Now this plus 1 I transfer to that side. Then it becomes x minus 2 whole square is equal to minus 1. Is equal to what? Minus 1. The next step is, I wanted to take this square. Therefore, x minus 2 is equal to plus or minus square root of minus 1. Square root of minus 1 is an imaginary number. There is no root for this quadratic equation. Non-existing root. Square root of minus 1 is an imaginary number. Then, x minus 2 is equal to plus or minus root minus 1. This minus 2 to transfer to that side. X is equal to 2 plus or minus root minus 1. This is the root of the quadratic, roots of the quadratic roots. Why? Because 2 plus root minus 1. 2 minus root minus 1 are the two roots of this quadratic equation. Since there is a minus sign inside the square root, this root is an imaginary root, non-existing root. See, this is how simple it is. Identify the equation, but only one caution we have to consider is the coefficient of x square should be 1. Then you have to take half of the coefficient of x. Square that, add and subtract, and add with the constant and simplify. Right? Example is, easy example, x square plus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. This is another example. We have to find the roots of this quadratic equation by completing the square method. First step is writing the equation. X square plus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. This equation is in the standard form. Consider the quadratic and the linear number. Identify the coefficient of x square. It is 1. Therefore, Identify the coefficient of x, that is 10. What is the half of 10? 5. And you have to add and subtract 5 square on both. You have to add 5 square and subtract 5 square. Therefore, the next step is x square plus 10x plus 5 square minus 5 square plus 3 is equal to 0. Half of 10 is 5. Square of that number. Once you have to add, once you have to subtract. To get the same value. When you cancel these two, you get back to the same equation. Now, the first three numbers is in the form of a plus b whole square. It becomes x plus 5 whole square. Now, this minus 5 square becomes minus 25 plus 3 is equal to 0. Right? Now, x plus 5 whole square minus 25 plus 3 is minus 22. 25 minus 3 is 22 is equal to 0. Which is the next step now. You have to transfer 22 to that side. X plus 5 whole square is equal to 22. Is equal to 22. Now I have to remove this square. Therefore it becomes x plus 5 is equal to plus or minus root 22. There is no square root for 22. The next is you have to transfer this plus 5 to that side. X is equal to minus 5 plus or minus square root of 22. Square root of 22. See the root. Inside the root there is a positive number. Therefore the roots are real. If it is a positive number, roots are real. If it is a negative number, roots are imaginary. See how easily we can able to make. This is also one of the easiest examples. First step is standard form. Identify the quadratic and the linear term. See the coefficient of x square. If it is 1, take the coefficient of x. Take the half of that. Square that number. Add ones and subtract ones. And then see. Two things you have to remember. See the first one. I write an equation. X square minus 9x plus 1 is equal to 0. This is an equation. I wanted to solve this equation by completing the square method. First step, I identify only these two terms. I don't take this term. I take only these two terms. Quadratic term and the linear term. First step, identify the quadratic equation. Consider the quadratic term and the linear term. First step is over. The second step, identify the coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x square? Coefficient of x square is 1. Therefore, coming to the coefficient of x, what is the number here? 9. What is the half of that number? 9 by 2. Therefore, you have to add 9 by 2 whole square. 9 by 2 whole square you have to add to make this part as in the form of a minus b whole square. Because here minus is there, you have to make in the form of a minus b whole square. I repeat once again. See the quadratic equation. Consider the quadratic term and the linear term. And identify the coefficient in front of the quadratic term, that is 1. Right? Then see the number, coefficient in front of the linear number, that is 9. Take half of that number. Half of that number is 9 by 2. And square of that number, 9 by 2 whole square. Now we have to add and subtract 9 by 2 whole square to this equation. Therefore, the next step is x square minus 9x plus 9 by 2 whole square minus 9 by 2 whole square. You have to add and subtract, because by that we can cancel, the whole value remains the same. Once you add a number, you have to subtract same number. Plus, what is the remaining here? Plus 1 is equal to 0. This is the first step of solving a quadratic equation by completing the square method. I repeat once again. Identify the quadratic equation. Consider the quadratic term and the linear term. See the number in front of the quadratic number, coefficient 1. If it is 1, then identify the coefficient of the linear term. What is that? 9. Take half of that number, square that number, once add, once subtract, then 1 equals 0. Then now add, consider these three numbers. X square minus 9x plus 9 by 2 whole square. This can be written as x minus 9 by 2 whole square. This can be written as what? X minus 9 by 2 whole square. This complete part is in the form of a minus b whole square. Then what is known as 9 square is 81, 2 square is 4, plus 1 is equal to 0. See? The whole part becomes x minus 9 by 2 whole square minus 81 by 4 plus 1 whole square. The next step is I have to take LCM. I have to take LCM of this. X minus 9 by 2 whole square. The LCM part of this is, see, 4. 4 is the LCM. Then it becomes minus 81 plus 4 is equal to 0. 4 minus 81 plus 4 is equal to 0. Here plus is there. Okay? Now the next step is x minus 9 by 2 whole square. Now this becomes what? Minus 81 plus 4. Minus 81 plus 4 is minus 77 by 4 is equal to 0. 81 minus 4 is 77. Now what I do is, this minus 77 by 4 I transfer to that side. Then it becomes x minus 9 by 2 whole square is equal to 77 by 4. Why 77 by 4? Minus 77 becomes plus 77 by 4. Now I wanted to remove this square. Wherever the square has to remove, you have to take root on that side. Then it becomes x minus 9 by 2 is equal to plus or minus square root of 77 by 4. Plus or minus square root of 77 by 4. See the denominator part, 4. For this denominator there is a square root, because square root of 4 is 2. Therefore this becomes x minus 9 by 2 is equal to plus or minus root 77 by 2. Now I transfer this minus 9 by 2 to that side. X is equal to 9 by 2 plus or minus root 77 by 2. Now both the sides, the denominator is 2, common denominator. Therefore x is equal to 9 plus or minus root 77 by 2. Here there are two roots. One is 9 plus root 77 by 2. Another one is 9 minus root 77 by 2. As given an example of difficult problem, I repeat once again. By solving any problem by completing the square method, first thing is the problem should be in the standard form. Identify the quadratic and the linear term, leave the constant part. Then consider the coefficient of x square. If it is 1, then consider the what is known as the coefficient of the linear number. Coefficient of the linear number is 9. Take half of that number, 9 by 2, square, 9 by 2 whole square. Add once and subtract once. By adding and subtracting, total value remains the same. 9 by 2 whole square minus 9 by 2 whole square plus the constant is equal to 0. Now we identify the first three terms. It is in the form of a square minus 2ab plus b square. Therefore, I can write this in the form of a minus b whole square. The remaining part is simplification part. Simplify, I can get the answer for the what is known as the roots of the quadratic equation. This method, you may think that it is difficult, but it is not difficult. Fortunately, this method is eliminated in the textbook. But even then, I am solving this problem because by this method only we can derive the formula for the roots of the quadratic equation. Therefore, I will give one more example, easier example. Then we go for deriving the formula for the roots of the quadratic equation. That is important for the examination, and this part is not important for the examination. The next problem is 2x square plus 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. 2x square plus 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now I am going to solve this particular problem by using the completing the square method. First I write the problem. 2x square plus 3x plus 4 is equal to 0, right? Now, the first step is I wanted to identify the quadratic term and the linear term. That is 2x square plus 3x. Here, see, there is a coefficient for 2. There is no square root for this 2x square. Therefore, we have to eliminate this number. This 2 has to be eliminated. How to eliminate this number 2? Divide the whole equation by 2. There is a one step addition. One extra step is there, because here the coefficient of x square is 2. You have to eliminate this number. To eliminate this number, first step is divide the equation by 2. Then it becomes, see, 2x square by 2 plus 3 by 2x plus 4 by 2 is equal to 0 by 2. Divide the whole equation by 2. By 2, because the coefficient of x square is 2. Then I cancel this. This doesn't cancel, this cancels, this will become 0. Then the equation becomes x square plus 3 by 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. 0 by 2 is 0. Now I got the equation. Now follow the first step again. See, identify these two numbers. Coefficient of x square is 1, right? Coefficient of x square is 1. Then see the coefficient of x. What is that? 3 by 2. Half of 3 by 2. Imagine how to calculate half of 3 by 2. Half of 3 by 2 means 3 by 4. Half of 3 by 2 is what? 3 by 4. You have to add 3 by 4 whole square once, and you have to subtract 3 by 4 whole square once. Therefore, the next step is x square plus 3 by 2x plus 3 by 4 whole square. 3 by 4 is half of this number, minus 3 by 4 whole square plus 2. This number is equal to 0. See, try to understand. Very simple it is. Don't get confused. If the coefficient of x square is 1, identify the coefficient of x, that is 3 by 2, take half of that number, square that number, add ones and subtract ones. Now, the first three numbers are always in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. It is plus here, therefore it is x plus 3 by 4 whole square. X plus 3 by 4 whole square. Now this becomes minus 3 by 4 whole square means minus 9 by 16. 3 square is 9, 4 square is equal to 16 plus 2 is equal to 0. You can simplify by these two numbers by transferring to that side and then taking the root. That also you can do it, or simplify and then transfer. It is better to simplify and then transfer. See, the next step is x plus 3 by 4 whole square. Here the LCM is 16. Then it becomes minus 9 plus 16 into 2. 16 into 2 is 32. Equal to 0. Here there is a sign that is plus. Nothing is there, sign is plus. 16 is the LCM, minus 9 plus 32 is equal to 0. Then x plus 3 by 4 whole square. Now 32 minus 9. You have to subtract 9 from 32. 12 minus 9 is 3. Then it becomes 23 plus 23 by 16 plus 23 by 16 is equal to 3. The next step is plus 23 by 16 you have to transfer to that side. Then again x plus 3 by 4 whole square is equal to minus 23 by 16. Minus 23 by 16 plus 23 by 16 is transferred to that side. Then it becomes x plus 3 by 4 whole square. I remove the square to remove the, and then I remove the square, you get the square root. Minus 23 by 16. Minus 23 by 16. Now, here see the denominator. For the denominator there is a root. Square root of 16 is 4. Therefore, this can be written as x plus 3 by 4 is equal to plus or minus square root of minus 23. Minus 23 is imaginary. If any number, negative number is there inside the root, it becomes an imaginary. The roots are imaginary. It is 4. See, the square root of 16 is 4. Now transfer plus 3 by 4 to that side. And it becomes x is equal to minus 3 by 4 plus or minus square root of minus 23 by 4 common denominator. Therefore x is equal to 4 minus 3 plus or minus square root of minus 23. Since there is a negative number inside the square root, the roots are non-existing. This type of root is not at all there because it is an imaginary number. Numbers are classified as real numbers and imaginary numbers. If there is a negative number inside the root, then it becomes an imaginary number. This is also one of the method of solving what is known as the problem by completing the square method. Here, the speciality is that there is a number next to the square, x square. Therefore, first we have to eliminate that number, then take half of that number. Very simple, see. X square, coefficient of x square, you have to make it as 1. Then you have to take the coefficient of x, take half of that and square that number. Once you add and subtract, then you have to go for simplification by using the identity a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. The method is same method it is. It is called complete the square method. Wonderful method it is. Using this method only we can derive the formula for the roots of the quadratic equation. Explain how to solve a quadratic equation by completing the square method. The steps are like this. Problem should be in the standard form. Next is you have to make the coefficient of x square as 1. Then you have to take half of the value of the coefficient of x, square up that number, add once and subtract once, and then you go for simplification by using the identity a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. Using this idea, we can derive the formula for the roots of the quadratic equation. Formula method is there for the public examination. This solving the problem by completing the square method may not be there for the public examination, but formula method is there. Therefore, I derive the formula in this class. Again, I am going to derive the formula in the next class also. By that you can practice better. Once you derive the formula, you never going to forget the formula. Therefore, to remember the formula, it is better to derive the formula. Now I am going to derive the formula for the roots of the quadratic equation by the method called completing the square method. Which are the steps involved? Standard form. First step. Make the coefficient of x square as 1. Take the coefficient of x and take half of that value. Square that. Add once and subtract once and then simplify. You get the what is known as roots of the quadratic equation. Same method we are going to adopt to derive the formula for the roots of the quadratic equation. See, the problem is standard form of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is our problem now. Standard form itself is the problem for us, and we divide the roots for this particular standard form. We get the formula to find the roots of the quadratic equation. We solve it twice. By that we can get a practice, right? Now what I do is I write the problem. Problem is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. First step, write the standard form. To derive the formula, first you write the standard form. Now, identify quadratic term and the linear term. That is ax square plus bx. There is a coefficient for x square. The coefficient is a. First step is we have to eliminate that a. To eliminate that a, we have to divide the whole equation by a. I am dividing the whole equation by a. When I divide the whole equation by a, it becomes a by a x square plus b by a x plus c by a is equal to 0 by a. You have to practice along with me. You have to write along with me. Then definitely you can derive the formula for the quadratic equation. Then you will never going to forget the formula. First step is write the standard form. Write. Divide the whole equation by a. Why? Because we have to make the coefficient of x square as 1. Divide by a. Divide. Then cancellation. A cancels. No cancellation, no cancellation, and this becomes 0. Therefore, the equation x square plus b by a x plus c by a is equal to 0. X square plus b by a x plus c by a is equal to 0. Now, the coefficient of x square becomes 1. Now, identify these two. If it is 1, then see this number. What is this number? B by A. Take half of that. Because this part becomes 2A, you know. Therefore, take half of that. Half. B by half of, I write it down. Half of B by A. Half of B by A is B by 2A. B by 2A. 1 into B, 2 into A, 2A. B by 2A. Now, I want to add the square of b by 2a once and subtract square of b by a once. Therefore, the next step is x square plus b by ax. These two are the quadratic and linear terms. Now I add what? B by 2a whole square minus b by 2a whole square plus c by a is equal to 0. See, you are right along with me, then you will understand this. I added b by 2a whole square and I subtracted b by 2a whole square. Therefore, when we cancel these two, you get back the original equation. In original equation, I divided the whole equation by a because I want to eliminate the coefficient of x square and to make it as 1. Okay? Now, when you consider the first three terms, quadratic, linear and the constant, it is in the form of a square plus b square. A square plus b square is in the form of a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square. A square plus 2ab plus b square. It can be written as x plus b by 2a. This is b square. I want only b whole square. Right? Next, I remove the square. Minus is outside. B square by 2a square, 4a square. B square by 4a square plus c by a is equal to 0. See, again you can see standard formula to write. There is a coefficient for x square. Eliminate that by dividing by a. You got the equation. Then take the coefficient of x. Take half of that value. Why to take half of that? Because this term becomes 2ab term. 2b. It is 2b. We don't want 2b. We want b. Therefore, we have to divide it by 2. And then square that number. Add once and subtract once. And that is in the form of a plus b whole square. Now, in this method, what it is better because these are not numbers. To identify the proper sign, it is better to transfer these numbers to RHS and then simplify. That it becomes easier. Okay. Now what I do is I transfer this b square by 4a square to RHS, c by a to RHS. Then it becomes x plus b by a whole square. Now I transfer this, which is equal to minus b square by 4a square becomes b square by 4a square plus c by a transfer to this side means minus c by b. 0 not. Right? These two constants are transferred to that side. Now I take the LCM and simplify. Simple. See? X plus b by 2a is x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to b square by 4a square minus c. Now, x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to, what is the LCM of these two? 4a square and a. 4a square is the LCM. 4a square is the LCM. 4a square divided by 4a square is 1. 4a square divided by 4a square is 1. 1 into b square is b square minus 4a square divided by a. 4a square divided by a means it becomes 4a. 4a into c, 4ac. It becomes 4ac. It becomes 4ac. X plus b by 2a whole square is equal to b square by 4a square minus c by a. LCM of 4a square and a is 4a square. Then it becomes b square minus 4ac. Now I have to remove this square. To remove the square I have to take square root. X plus b by 2a whole square. Whole square I am removing the square. Square is, I don't require the square. It becomes plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 4a square. Right? Now, see the denominator. All problems same method. See the denominator. Denominator is always getting a square root. 4a square. Square root of 4a square is 2a. Then it becomes x plus b by 2a is equal to plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Divided by what? 2a. Square root of 4a square is 2a. Now I transfer this b by 2a to that side. X equals this plus b by a transfer to that side means minus b by 2a plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. If you see this one, both are common denominators. Both the denominators are same. Therefore, I can write x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. I write that side. See, on this side, see, x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. This is the formula to find the roots of the quadratic equation. The formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. You have to understand this. B means coefficient of x. B coefficient of x. 4. A means coefficient of x square. C means constant number. A means coefficient of x square. That is the idea. Because A means coefficient of x square. B means coefficient of x. C is the constant number is equal to 0. Using that A, B, C, using the coefficients of the quadratic equation, we can find the roots of the quadratic equation, and this equation is formula is derived by the method called completing the square method. Therefore, you have to practice 1 or 2 problems of the completing the square method, then derive the formula for the quadratic. Once you derive the formula for the quadratic equation, you are never going to forget. This is a very important formula for the examination, not only for the examination. As long as you are learning quadratic equation, this formula is there throughout your studies, right? Therefore, I repeat once again. What is the standard form of the quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Here see the coefficient of x square. A is there. Therefore divide from by a. After that, what is the value of the coefficient of x? B by a. Take half of that. Half means half. Half means b by 2a. Add b by 2a whole square minus b by 2a whole square. Then the first three terms in the form of a plus b whole square. The answer is x plus b by 2a whole square. Then these two terms I transfer to that side. Then it becomes x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to b square by 4a square by the c by a. Simplify by taking the LCM. Once you take the LCM, then you can understand x plus b by 2a is equal to plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 4a square. 4a square there is a root, that is 2a. Then transfer, you get two common denominator. Therefore the formula becomes x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Here you have to always keep in mind in the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Here inside the root there is one term b square minus 4ac. If it is positive, if it is more than 0, then it is a real root. If it is less than 0, then it is an imaginary root. Therefore, see, if b square minus 4ac is greater than, b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, sometimes equal to 0 also. If it is greater than 0 or equal to 0, roots are real number, real roots. If b square minus 4ac negative, if you get a negative number, 0, if it is less than 0, roots are non-existing or imaginary, not real, or we can write imaginary. Roots are imaginary roots. Therefore, always after solving you have to see inside the square root there should be a positive number. If it is a negative number, roots are non-existing. If it is positive, roots are existing. Existing numbers are called real number. I am going to derive this formula again after solving one or two problems of the completing the square method, and by that we can practice better.
Assignment number 143. First question. Write the standard form of a quadratic equation. Second question. Which number should be added to the following expressions to write them in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square? You have to write which number to be added. You have to add and write in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. First one is x square plus 4x. B is x square plus 6x, C is x square minus 8x, D is x square minus 10x, E is a square plus 5a, F is x square minus 7x, G is x square plus 9x, H is x square minus 13x. Third question, solve the following quadratic equation by completing the square method. A is x square plus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. B is x square minus 8x plus 3 is equal to 0. C is x square plus 10x plus 2 is equal to 0. D is x square minus 6x minus 1 is equal to 0. Fourth one, derive the quadratic formula by the completing the square method. You have to derive the formula minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. See the video and derive the formula. Again you are going to derive the formula in the next class. Fifth one, find a, b, c, the value of a, b and c from the following quadratic equation. 2x square plus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. 3x square plus x minus 5 is equal to 0. X square minus 1 is equal to 0. Thank you.